So good morning everyone. So last class we discussed about losses and efficiency. Losses and efficiency. Today class we discuss about speed control of DC machines. Speed control of DC machines. That means the speed of the machine can be controlled by using which parameters and what are the methods to control the speed. Factors affecting the speed. Factors affecting the speed. We have the speed for the generated EMF is equal to or EB equal to what? Pi Z NP by 60 into A. This is the back EMF equation. So from that, for motor EB equal to pi Z NP by 60 A. The speed equal to EB into 60 into A divided by pi Z P. Here EB is the back EMF, 60 is the constant, A equal to parallel paths, Z is equal to number of conductors, P equal to number of poles. So from that the only speed is directly proportional to EB by pi. Speed is directly proportional to EB by pi. That means if back EMF increases, the speed of the machine also increases. That means the speed is directly proportional to EB. If the flux is decreases, the speed of the machine is increases. Speed of the machine is increases, or vice versa. That means inversely proportional to the flux. So these are the main equations. So what is the formula for back EMF? EB equal to V minus IA RA for shunt motor. So in our syllabus we have two methods of speed control. In syllabus we have two methods of speed controls. So one is armature control method. So second one is flux control method. So first one is armature control method, second one is flux control method. So from that we can substitute back EMF EB equal to V minus IA RA. The speed is directly proportional to V minus IA RA divided by pi. That means if we changes the parameters of V, IA, RA and pi, the speed will be changes. In which method we can change the parameters, the speed also change. First of all, I am going to armature. Armature control method. Armature control control This is a motor. I am considering DC shunt motor. I am considering DC shunt motor. This is the armature of the machine. So for shunt motor I am connecting, shunt field is connected parallel to this one. I am giving supply. So this is armature, line current, shunt field, RSH. So in this armature control method we can connect a field rheostat. We can connect a field rheostat. That means a device we have to adjust the resistance. A device we have to adjust the resistance. A device has to adjust the resistance. If you adjust the resistance, the RA value is changes, the current also changes, the speed of the machine will be changes. So that's why we in this armature control method we can connect a field rheostat that in series with armature. In case that rheostat is connected to field is called flux control method. So I am connecting a rheostat in series with the armature. This field rheostat. This one is shunt field. This one is shunt field. If this field rheostat has to be changes, the armature is series with the field rheostat. Armature is series with the field rheostat. That means effective resistance is armature resistance plus resistance of field rheostat. That means whatever the resistance is, the already existing resistance is armature resistance, we can connect another, that is field rheostat, that is series with the resistance. The value of resistance is increases. That means if you changes the position of rheostat from minimum to maximum, the value of resistance also increases. If the RA value, the resistance value increases, the IARA drop also increases. The difference between V minus IARA is decreases. Because if already some voltage is there, if increases the resistance, drop will be, for example, if V value is 200, IA is 10, RA is 2. So what is the value of 200 minus 10 into 2? That is 200 into 20 is 180 volts. The difference is 180 volts. If the 180 volts has some speed, if RA increases to 3 ohms, that is, what is the difference? 200 minus 10 into 3. What is the difference? That is 170. In this case, the value of voltages is what? Decreases. That means back EMF equal to V minus IRA divided by pi. In this pi is constant. The difference of these two is decreases. The difference of this one is decreases. From initial stage, if you increases the value of Ra, the value of this difference is decreases. If the difference is decreases, the speed of the machine is decreases. The speed of the machine is decreases. So that's why we can control the speed like that. In this case, we can control the speed below the rated value. Control the speed of the machine below the rated speed. That's why this method, armature control method, is called below rated speed method. Below rated speed method. So next we can go for varying the flux. We have flux control method. What is the speed? V minus IRA divided by pi. If you change the value of this one, that belongs to armature. If the value of pi changes, this belongs to flux control method. In this we can change the flux. That means the flux is directly proportional to IF. What is the formula for IF? So V by RSH. If you change the value of RSH, the flux IF value is changes. If IF is changes, the flux is changes. If flux is changes or increase or decrease, the speed is like that. So flux control method, I am considering shunt motor. In this shunt motor, I am connecting a variable rheostat in series with shunt field. In this method, I am connecting variable rheostat in series with shunt field. So I am giving supply. This one is armature line ISH, RSH. This one is field rheostat. So what is the formula for IF? V by RSH. The value of RSH is fixed. If you connect the rheostat that is in series with the RSH, some value is increases. So case 1, RSH plus some external resistance. This value is increases. So that means RSH value increases. What is the IF? IF value is decreases. If IF decreases, the flux value is decreases. If the flux is decreases, the speed of the machine is increase. So like that we can varying the resistance from initial state to maximum state. The value of resistance is increases, the value of IF value is decreases, the flux value decreases, the speed of the machine is increases. This method is used for controlling the above rated speed. That means if in case the speed of the machine is mentioned like that, rated speed is rated speed is 1500 rpm. Rpm means revolutions per minute. If they mention the speed of the machine is 1500, if in case in order to control the above rated, that means more than 1500 rpm, we can choose for flux control method. In case of below the 1500 rpm, we have to choose the armature control method. That is armature control method. This one is flux control method. So this is the speed control of the DC machine. Next, testing of the DC machines. I am giving some introduction. Next class we can see testing of DC machine. So in this means testing of the DC machine, the purpose of testing is to determine the performance characteristics of machine. DC motor. Like that, for example, I am taking is the current, armature current or output. So what is the value of torque? The torque is with respect to Ia, increase or decrease. What is the value of efficiency? What is the value of the speed? So these three parameters are very important one. How the torque is varies with the current, or how the efficiency is increase or decrease with respect to the load, and how the speed is increase or decrease. What is the characteristics? That characteristics can be determined by using the testing of the DC machine. In testing of the DC machine, we have two methods. That is direct method. Another one is indirect method. In this direct method, we can apply load. That means in case of motor, we can use belt and pulley arrangement. We can testing the machine by adding the load. That means tightening the belt. What is the value of current? What is the value of voltage? And what is the speed? That parameters can be tested by putting the direct load. In case of indirect method, we cannot put any load. In direct method, we can put load with the help of belt and pulley arrangement. In indirect method, no load. That means the motor is not connected to the load. The direct method, example, brake tests. Indirect method, that is Swinburne's test. Direct method is Swinburne's test. In our syllabus, we have Swinburne's test is there. That means we cannot connect any load to the motor and can be tested and determine the speed characteristics, torque and the efficiency of the motor. So we can discuss another class. Thank you. If you have any doubts, please respond.